going to look at the associative property of addition and the associative property of multiplication. When you look at the word associative, you see the word associate, and when you associate people, it's how you group yourself with them. So the associative property deals with grouping of addends or grouping of factors. And basically, when you change the grouping of the addends, it will not change the value of the sum. So if we look below, we see that when I group 4 plus 5 plus 6, that's the same as 4 plus the grouping of 5 plus 6. 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 6 is 15, and that is the same as 4 plus 5 plus 6 is 11. 4 plus 11 is also 15 right here. Okay, and then algebraically speaking, the grouping of the sum of 7 plus the grouping of 3 plus n is the same as the grouping of 7 plus 3 plus the quantity n. And the associative property of multiplication works the exact same way. Changing the grouping of the factors will not change the value of the product. 4 times 5 is 20, times 6 is 120. 5 times 6 is 30, 30 times 4 is also 120. And then grouping, again, see the 4 and 5 are grouped together, and then with the 5 and 6. Notice there is no changing of order. Changing of order only deals with the commutative property. We'll see in a little bit that you can actually mix things together or use two properties when simplifying an expression. And the same thing down here, 7 times quantity, 3 times n is the same as 7 times 3 times n. And changing the groupings will not change the value of the sum or the product. Real quick, using them to simplify, if I take 8 plus the quantity 9 plus n, I can change the grouping to 8 plus 9 plus n is the same as 17 plus n. And they are equivalent expressions because when we're simplifying, remember, we're making the expression smaller, easier to work with. We're evaluating as much as we can without changing, without evaluating it because we don't know what the variable is worth. So to change the grouping of 2n times 9, we could do 9 times 2 times n, which is 18 times n. So changing the grouping of the factors will not change the value of the product, and changing the grouping of the addends will not change the value of the sum.